let's review. I led a movement that scared Rome through and through. They had me executed as a threat to power. Not quite the gentle Jesus, meek and mild, that you paint me as to keep the status quo. You quote me on your shows to justify the very things I fought against in life. The worship of the wealthy, praise of power, the scorn of foreigners, the love of gold. Let's talk politics, since you insist. I fed the crowds for free. Yes, socialist. Healthcare with no billing department. Viewers would call that radical. Defended outcasts from Judgment Stone. Your network would have called me woke. Attacked the banking system of my day. Your sponsors would demand commercial breaks. Think I'd sit with pundits, nodding calm, while they spread fear of strangers at the border? I was that stranger, born while parents fled, a refugee in Egypt running scared. You think I'd join those facts and logic rants against the poor who asked for better wages? I told the rich to give up all they owned. Your sponsors would have cut my mic right there. Remember when I flipped those temple tables? That wasn't cancel culture gone too far. It was direct action against those who dare to monetize the pathway to the divine. Your megachurch ministers miss that part. You call me Lord, but twist my every word to justify the hoarding of your wealth. Did you miss when I said give all you have? That wasn't a suggestion, by the way. Your politicians wave my name like flags while voting against healthcare, shelter, food. The poor you'll always have was not permission to keep them poor through policy and greed. Some preach prosperity and earthly power, while I lived homeless friends with the rejected. You'd call me radical and dangerous if I showed up to preach those things today. Let's be direct, I was a brown-skinned Jew who fought against the empire of my day. Led protests in the temple, challenged wealth, and got killed by the state for causing trouble. Your news would call me Antifa agitator. Your pundits would demand law and order. Your politicians would condemn my acts of property destruction in the temple. So yes, let's talk politics. Let's speak of how you've made me safe, domesticated, a mascot for the very types of power I died gagged by the state for causing trouble. That eye of the needle thing, I meant exactly what I said. Your prosperity gospel can't change that. Try reading all my words, not just the comfortable ones.